Hey guys, welcome to Simply Fishing. This week the weather's been a little unstable. We've had extreme hot weather up in the 90s, and then we had a cool front come through which dropped us down in the 70s with some rain, which scattered the fish about for a while. And I thought, well, this is going to be a great opportunity to get back and fish shallow and maybe catch a lot of fish roaming around, which turns out that wasn't the case. So what we're going to concentrate on this show is deeper water fishing, and try and explain a little bit about how I look for areas to maybe work a pattern as far as the deeper water fish as they get transitioned into their summertime pattern. They're not all there yet. Some are there, some are roaming back and forth still. But I feel like the deeper water fish, the spotted bass that have moved out on the points and closer to the deeper water, are a little more stable and usually easy to catch. Unfortunately, this week, the day I chose to fish, I ran out of time due to a bass tournament about to start, so I wanted to come off the water in my kayak before the bass tournament started, so I had limited time in the first segment and didn't go back the second day because there was a Saturday morning tournament on the same lake. So it took me 2 or 3 days to get back to the lake. During that time the weather's been really hot, and so I went right back to where I had started, looking for areas of deep water. I want to find ledges that'll hold bass, ledges that are close to spawning flats where they may have a few stragglers running in and out, or areas where bass can move from the deeper water up into the shallows as the water cools in the evening, and then retreat back down into their deeper water haunts. So let's see how it goes. Let's get right to the show, and let's see what we can catch. Hope you enjoy it.
LP Smart Side is the next generation of siding. This family of exterior trim and siding products are engineered using advanced siding technology to give homeowners the warmth and beauty of traditional wood with the durability of LP engineered wood. Help shield your home from harsh weather and termites with LP Smart Side's complete line of high-performance products, sure to complement any building style, and backed with a limited warranty. Protect your home for years to come. Find them online at lpcorp.com. That's lpcorp.com.
There's a bite. Deep bites today. We're sitting in 16 feet of water. That is my second bite. First one was a spot, and if I can get a look, I believe it's gonna be a largemouth. Nope. Look how pretty. Oh, what teeth. My goodness. Look at that eye. He's got something wrong with his eye. Oh, these are deep fish. Strong fish. And well hooked fish. That fish has done some serious spawning this year. Look at the shape of that tail. It's heeling back. The tip's off, the middle's wore, the bottom's wore. One good eye, one not so good eye. He ain't real fat, but he's not poor either, so he's doing okay. Put you back where you go. Now guys, what I'm doing is the wind's got me a little out of position, so I'm making the best of it. I'm actually fishing a long rock pile that runs out from the bank. It's the remnants of an old rock pile or a road bed that was here when the lake was built. And it's a common place for the local fishermen. It's, you know, like everything else on a small lake, we know about where every log and stump in the lake is after fishing it for 30 years. The lake's what, 450, 500 acres. So these are some common places, but what I'm gathering this morning is not very many people have caught fish. It's been really tough so far this morning. For, you know, here it is about somewhere around midday, 11 o'clock. And once again, I get started late while everybody else, many of the trucks have already pulled out of the parking lot. Well, I didn't turn my camera on until I caught my first fish. I'm real bad about just running my cameras down. And so I decided I would catch a fish and get a clue of what I was doing. I hadn't been on the lake in a while for any length of time to really know what's going on. I've been fishing other lakes and other places, other ponds, and so I'm kind of learning as I go today and trying to figure out what's going on. And so far, I have fished shallow, tried to catch a few brim, and that didn't do any good. I worked down a far bank across and then moved across over here and started on this rock pile, which my back is completely to it now. But I think that's what I'm going to work. We're at midday. The cloud cover has gone away. It was just completely overcast, threatening rain, which I thought was really going to scatter the fish out and make them bite, which it didn't. So I'm going to concentrate on the deep bite now. So I'm gonna run rocky points and stumpy points and some steeper banks as I come to them if they have structure on them. And hopefully that's gonna pay off. I'm gonna put a couple of casts over on this side of this flat that runs over to this point while the wind's got me in position. See if I get a nudge on this side. And then I'm gonna not spend a lot of time on each place because I've got several places I want to hit. So I'm gonna work them 4, 5, 6 casts. And if I don't get a bite, I'm headed to the next place, because I'd like to cover a lot of ground and try to build a pattern to talk about at the end of the show. And right now, all I know is 2 deep bites have produced. That's not enough to say, hey, we got a pattern, but it's a good start. Would you like to spend your summer riding your motorcycle? Don't spend your time on the side of the road waiting on a tow truck. Give DJ's Enhanced a call for all your motorcycle tire needs. Danny is a rider, and he will treat your bike as if it's his own.
Yak lights, the industry standard for kayak lighting. Assembled in the USA and including a lifetime warranty on all lights. you can rest assured that you will have the best looking boat on the water. Yak lights are made from solid aluminum, making them the toughest light strips on the market. Our lights are designed for the professional angler who wants to be safe on the water while remaining discreet. Yak lights, light up the night.
Now guys, the baits that I'm using, I've kept it really simple, as I will explain or have already explained, however this plays in. I want to fish a Texas rig worm. I love the Texas rig worm for fishing deep water. It gets the bait down there quickly, keeps it in contact with the bottom. I've got a couple of different ones that I'm going to use, or maybe 2 or 3 different ones as it gets on toward night. This next segment's going to be in the evening instead of the middle of the day like I've been normally fishing. So I'm going to go with like a green pumpkin color. As it gets toward dark, I'm going to probably swap to either a black and blue or a black and white and dotted, and all 3 of these are made by Cream. As you guys know, I'm a big Cream fan. And I've also got a jerk bait tied on one of my ultralight rigs, ready for any schooling fish that blow up around me. It happens all the time in the summer, and lately they've blown up around me, all around the boat, sometimes within just feet, and I haven't had anything tied on ready. So if that happens in this, today, I'll be ready. I actually talked to 2 young guys at the boat ramp that had been fishing. They were fishing the bank as I was taking my kayak out on the other day, and threadfin just schooled up everywhere, and bass were just killing them. And I said, guys, throw. And they looked at me like I was crazy. They said, no, we've already tried to catch them, and we can't catch them. I could not resist. I had to pull another rod back off my kayak, made a quick cast with a crankbait right in the middle of all the commotion, and bam. First cast, I caught a schoolie, probably about a pound and a half spot, and they were just simply annihilating the shad. They had them pushed up in the corner right next to the boat ramp. There was nowhere for these schooling fish to flee to, and these 2 young guys was just like, wow, we've been trying all. I said, but it's hard to explain sometimes why one bait will catch them and one bait won't, but I think it's the mood of the fish. They'll keep those bait fish churning until something triggers the school to begin to feed, and when that happens, you have to be ready. You can watch bait fish all out across the lake most of the day, all summer long, and they'll just be flickering along. You can throw in them 100 times and may not ever get a bite. But once the action starts, you have to be ready. Now, this particular trip, I didn't catch one, but I was prepared for it, and I will be prepared for it, as you should be, from every trip now all the way through fall and on into early winter, because it can pay off in a big way. Let's get to it. Watch the rest of the show. Hope you enjoy it. I'll see you guys later. Oh, what a miss. I think we might have picked a good spot. Well guys, now that some of the boat traffic is cleared out, it's late in the evening. This is my 2nd day, and I'm still searching for the deep water bite. I'm looking for areas that has good structure, that is close to deep water, where the bass can retreat from the heat of the day, pull back up onto and feed in the evenings or in the mornings, whichever case may be that you fish. This is the first spot I've actually pulled up on this evening, and actually got a bite within 4 or 5 minutes. So there could be a school through here, there may not be. Maybe a single fish or two laying around. But I know the past few days, there's been a lot of activity in this area, a lot of threadfin shad schooling in the area, and I've got a rod rigged and ready in case they school up beside me. I can cast. I've got a little jerk bait I'm ready to cast out. But my main bait that I'm working these drop-offs and flats close to the drops and the deeper water is a Texas rig worm. It's just one of my favorite baits, always has been, and it's a very relaxing way for me to fish. I just enjoy coming out here and getting to relax and fish every now and then with not having to run so far. And you know, when the spinnerbait bites on, I think I've got to make 3,000 casts every fishing trip. And but in the evenings, I like to just relax with a Texas rig worm. In the summer, this is the coolest, or early in the morning's cool, late in the evening when the sun starts dipping down, it gets tolerable. And it's just a lot of fun. Maybe we'll pick one up here. If we don't pick one up in a few minutes, we're gonna hit another spot. We're just gonna move around until we find a bite. We found one bite, but we didn't hook up. Now that the wind is completely reversed where I started, I'm gonna throw back in front of me this way, and this is gonna be a little deeper water. It's coming straight off the dam. The deeper water is still on down a ways, but this is considerably deeper water than what's behind me. I'm only sitting in 7 to 8 feet of water. That out in front of me is gonna be 15 to 20. So we're searching for the depth this afternoon. Water temperature is in the mid 80s, so they're not gonna hang out in the upper water column very long. What they'll do is they'll come up, you'll see them a lot in the evenings. Bass will come up and school on shad or herring or whatever's in their lake or in their body of water when the water's that hot, and then they go back down deeper again. And hopefully we'll see that this afternoon. But until the schooling begins, we're searching along the deep water for a school of bass that we can catch a few out of. There's one. That's what you like. He was pretty close to the drop-off. Little spotted bass. Boy, they hit so hard you think you've got an absolute monster when they turn out that they're really not that big. Pretty little fish. Let's get him turned around. Look at the absolute beautiful colors. Healthy. He's running around eating shad. His tail looks good. His fins look good. He's very healthy. He has no sickness or illness whatsoever showing. That's a very healthy fish coming out of Lake Catoma. So we're going to ease him on back head first. That gives him a little jump start. People won't ask me, say, why do you turn your fish a flip? I said, because it it gives them a little boost and they take off. They don't lay there in that hot water. It's just something that I've been doing for a long time, and probably going to keep doing it for a long time. Let's see if he's got a friend in there. Oh, and a miss. Look at that. Twirled up my little bait. Now I've changed positions and I'm still fishing close to a drop that runs right up onto a big flat that makes a point. And this is another typical place in the summertime. You'll find bass along the edges of drops right up on flats. They can run up on these flats and feed and make their escape when they're done feeding back to the cooler water. I thought I was bumping a rock that time. That's why I didn't set the hook, and turns out it was actually a bite. But you don't get them all. But it's so much fun just to being out here. The sun setting on the trees. It's absolutely a gorgeous evening. Sometimes it's so pretty out, it doesn't matter if you catch a fish or not, unless it's too hot. And right now it's just right. It's beginning to cool off. Sun's beginning to set. And I hope the fish are going to begin to bite just a little bit quicker than they are. Well guys, I'm gonna make a couple more casts. It's been a really long day, really long week. And I know this particular show hasn't just been action-packed with fish. Tried to explain a few things about some deep water fishing, looking for ledges and what to look for and things like that. But hopefully the bite will pick up a little bit as the weather stabilizes on into the summer. They get completely in their summer pattern. And I hope you come back next week and check it out again and see what we can get into next week. Until then, this is Simply Fishing. I'm Lowell Henderson, and I'll see you next time. You guys stay safe on the water.
Yak lights, the industry standard for kayak lighting. Assembled in the USA and including a lifetime warranty on all lights, you can rest assured that you will have the best looking boat on the water. Yak lights are made from solid aluminum, making them the toughest light strips on the market. Our lights are designed for the professional angler who wants to be safe on the water while remaining discreet. Yak lights, light up the night.
Would you like to spend your summer riding your motorcycle? Don't spend your time on the side of the road waiting on a tow truck. Give DJ's Enhanced a call for all your motorcycle tire needs. Danny is a rider, and he will treat your bike as if it's his own. Oh my goodness!
He's pulling.
That's good.
I can't get it. Papa, can you pull?
Real.
He almost dragged me into the water.
Look, you pull. Oh, he got off.
Can you
I think he broke the line.
Can you reel it in?
Oh my goodness.
I think he broke the thing.
It must have been big.
Yeah, it must have been big. Because he almost dragged me in the water.
Look,
He broke the thing.
he broke the thing.
And he took the thing from you.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
What am I going to do? He took my bait. We'll have to put another one.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
All right, you go back to eating your Happy Meal, and I'll see if I can fix it. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
He
My goodness.
bought the thing off.
I know it.